When I was in film school, I wish I could have talked to like filmmakers more, and and I think that anytime anytime you have as a film student or as somebody in a film school to work with other filmmakers or talk to other filmmakers and get anything you can from them, any type of information, do it, because it'll just help you. All those little things matter.
That's great.
Yeah.
Do you think, like, kind of, I'm a film major here, do you think the degree is kind of being almost obsolete with the whole YouTube invasion, how people are being more exposed and being able to learn on their own? Or do you think it's kind
getting
of...
a degree, period?
Yeah, or no, just like film, like specific.
I mean, I don't know. I think that if you can be put in an environment where you can actually be around your peers and learn how to make films and learn from people who are experienced and make movies, it's a great environment to be in.
Right.
What's happened, the great thing has happened now, though, is because of the technology, because of the cameras and the ability to like shoot on a digital camera or edit in a digital format. There could be film schools all over the country.
Right.
You know, like when I applied to film school, there were probably like 5 or 6 film schools in the United States, and now every college has a film school. Every college has a film and television program, and that's great because, you know, it shouldn't be just in the hands of the few. It should be in the hands of everybody.
Right.
Yeah.
No, totally.
Cool.
Thanks a lot.
Right on, man. My pleasure. Thanks. I think as a filmmaker or as an artist, you know, whatever, you should be willing to take as many risks as you physically think you can. You know, does that mean you should go out and do something that's so dangerous that could potentially kill you? No, of course not. I think that you should do personally what you feel is what you should be doing, what your calling is. And when I got the idea for this film, coming off of like making 3 seasons of I Bet You Will, the show where we, you know, challenge people to do completely silly things, and, you know, from eating terrible foods to, you know, doing humiliating things, I said, you know, it just was such a perfect transition for us to doing this movie, that it just felt right. And I think that part of it is, as a filmmaker, you have to say what feels right, what should I be doing, and things kind of just happen and fall into place. Yeah, isn't
that beautiful?
It's great.
Just as far as the quality of, you know, you upload something to YouTube, it looks like shit. It's out of sync half of the time.
Right.
Like if you go forward to make your narrative, like obviously like when you're making your internet show, it's more of a documentary approach, like the stuff you're doing now. It's all about the content. It's not more so than the image.
It's all about I mean, in content it's always going to be about content. And there's been, like, you got to think, there's been very badly shot films that did great. Like Open Water is not a very good looking film, but Open Water was a great idea about 2 people being shipwrecked in the middle of the ocean and sharks going to eat them any second. And but that film they made for nothing. But it was about a great idea. And I think that you'll see really poorly shot. I mean, Super Size Me, for that matter, we shot on mini DV on a PD 150. I think that you know, you'll find these things that will rise up out of like this mass of media. But it's hard because without advertising, without marketing, without somebody talking about it, you are like this lone voice out in the middle of a giant forest. So, you know, for me, we get ideas straight out of the newspaper, from TV. I got the idea for Super Size Me when I was watching the news sitting on my mom's couch in West Virginia, Thanksgiving 2002. I got the idea for Where in the World's Osama bin Laden. It was probably like the summer of 2005 when we first got the idea, and then we started in 2006.
When we couldn't find him.
Yeah, when like he had just released a tape, and, you know, suddenly he was all over the news again. And people were like, "Where is this guy? Why haven't we found him? Why haven't we brought him to justice? Where in the world is Osama bin Laden?" And I was like, "That's a great question. That's a great movie. We should do that."
We're not professionals like you. We look up to you.
Believe me, professional is a very loose term when it comes to the way I work anyway.
Well, you're up here. We're a little bit over here.
Okay, maybe not that. Maybe it's like here.
Yeah.
Like
see, we're too
see,
close.
No,
right
see,
there.
I hit that. See, that's not even. See, that's me.
But
see, I'm not a professional. Look, I'm a professional. I hit the mic.
We asked for it though.
Yeah. I think the biggest thing, especially, you know, in today's world, one, you need to be able to wear a lot of hats. You know, I think that, and especially when you're a small crew of people, like, you know, you got 3, 4 guys. You know, you should each be able to work the camera, understand how to hold the boom, you know, understand how to do good audio, know how to set up lights. I think because there's going to be times where you're going to need to wear those different hats, and it comes in handy. You know, it's like all the years when I was in film school at NYU, I was working at La Mama Experimental Theater Company in New York City. That was one of the ways I made money. It was I rigged lights in a theater, and I did that for 2 years. And the years that I worked in the theater was some of the best experiences of my life, and it gave me such an understanding of lighting and of mood and how you do things and why you light things a certain way. You know, and it's just so those little experiences that you think, oh, this isn't what I want to be doing. All those stepping stones add up to something you can't really explain at the time, and you can't look at it as I shouldn't be doing this. What I looked at all those experiences as was this is. I said I'm getting something out of this right now, and I was always open to those experiences, and I'm glad I was.
Yeah, because now you could direct the way you want it because you can relate to how things
Yeah,
should
well,
get done.
it just
Like,
makes
how should
you-
he be booming right now? He's
Well,
definitely.
well, it depends. So long as he's not in the mic range, then he's fine right there.
So he's booming all right.
Yeah,
now.
me. I always boom from above. I was
right.
always a bigger fan of booming from
Boom
above.
Yeah, I never seen this.
Yeah, some people like to. Some people don't like to hold the mic up like this.
Yeah.
But me. I always boomed like this. Some people like to
Working
boom.
it
Some
out.
Listen, plenty of guys I've known to boom like that.
You're
but
more
me,
of a shoulders guy
I was
than
more
a
of
bicep guy?
I was more of an arm,
Okay.
more of an arm extend shoulder
Nice
guy.
and nice
Well,
traps
because
and
the other thing is too, when you're up here, it gives you the ability to rotate the boom a little more
That's
in your hand
true.
like this.
He has the forearms
Yeah,
right there.
because
too.
then because this arm becomes like a gimbal. You see,
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that. Yeah, how did I do?
genius. You did well.
Thank you.
Yeah, you got a future.
Do I? Got a future in it.
We take interns all the time. Yeah. So if anybody wants to be an internship, they should call the office.
Okay.
The number's 212-219-7617.
Got it on camera.
They can speak to Kira or
you
Ellen.
documented right
Yeah.
there.
See, I mean, I'm telling everybody out there. We're always looking.
This has been a Doc Masters production from the Documentary Center at Hofstra University's School of Communication.